everybody, and welcome to the Resource Girl channel. I'm so glad you are here. Thanks for coming back. Please like and subscribe. I've got like 68 days. I need 500 subscribers. Is that a big goal? Yeah, but don't we all need a goal, and don't we all need to go for something? Okay, alrighty. So I really do believe I need to call this channel Chasing the Sun, because I just can't seem to get out before like 4 p.m. Oh, I can't wait until the time changes, and so that if I go out at 4, there's still a lot of sun. Okay, so this is something that I've been noticing. I tend to kind of warm up, walk and talk and chit chat, and then whatever the really important thing it is, that I need to say that day, that I feel that's got to come out, it usually comes out at the end of the recording. And last night I was telling a fantastic story. Well, I mean, you haven't heard it, so you don't know how fantastic it is. But when I was telling this fantastic story, my GoPro froze up. It was like 19 degrees. It was freezing. And it just said, I don't care that I still have a battery. I don't care that I still have room on the SD card. It really doesn't matter. I'm freezing. It's time for you to go home, right? Okay. So I decided that today, on the quote, boring part of this little walk, is that I would actually talk about what I really want to talk about before I get to the water today. Because that's my destination, the water. It's a place that brings calm and solace and peace. And I feel that we're all just going through the strangest time of our entire life. And even though you might have seen more people today, once again, check out the quantity of cars. Not so much. The bicycles rule, and they're all delivering people food. I am convinced that many people who were doing like Grubhub and Seamless, etc., that they really brought in the big bucks this past year. And yes, did it cross my mind? Sure. For a moment or two. I don't have a bike. Well, I do have a bike, but not in New York. Okay, so the big topic that I want to make sure that I get to before this thing runs out, or before who knows what happens, is this. Somebody asked me, Amy, why are you doing this? Like, why are you out there with the GoPro? So I thought I would take a moment to give the top 3 reasons as to why I am doing this. First of all, the first reason is that there is somebody out there in this walker and talker world, in this GoPro, Samsung, iPhone, adventure travel world, whatever you want to shoot it with. There are people doing it live, and there are people doing it recorded like I am. Okay, so the first reason that I am out here walking and talking is because I don't know how, and I don't know where, and I don't know when, but I discovered someone, and I'll tell you who that is in just a bit. And I discovered somebody who actually is doing this as their full-time job, as far as I know, because they're doing it, 2 or 3 times a day, and they travel all over the world. And I saw this person loving what they do out there every day, and just really having a wonderful time with meeting people, with learning new things. And since I had always been a huge traveler, I was always traveling. I mean, before COVID, I was traveling at least 2 to 3 times a year, and that include 1 domestic and usually at least 2 times internationally. It wasn't a small part of my life. It was a huge part of my life. So last year, when I was spending so much time on YouTube, and I still am, right? I still am spending a lot of time on YouTube. Okay, let's cross the street not get run over. Oh, we're almost at the water. Oh my goodness. Okay, so last year I was spending so much time on YouTube, and I am now too. But while I was on YouTube, I don't know how, and I don't know why, and I don't know where, I discovered ActionKidTV. That's right, ActionKidTV. Now this kid, in my opinion, he's young. Like, he sounds young. I don't know him. But what I can tell you is that he has this calm voice, and he's just so nice to everybody, and he walks around the streets of wherever he is, and you feel like you're right there with him. And it is really relaxing and always informative. So first of all, I just want to give a shout out to ActionKidTV, and I did ask him if I could give him a shout out in my walk and talk kind of video, and he said no problem. So the first reason I'm out is because of my inspiration. He is a total inspiration to me. He's a trendsetter. You know, he's a person that has claimed the love of travel, and he's also making it a way to make a living, right? So isn't that what we all want? We want to find what we love and then also be able to survive off of it. And I am so proud of him, and I am so inspired by him. So that's the first reason that I am out here. The second reason is March of 2020, the promotional industry, the entertainment industry, it collapsed. And although, you know, it's picking up a bit, every once in a while you'll go by a bank and there'll be somebody standing there saying hello and telling you a feature of this new bank or something. But it's not like before. And I'm really proud of all the people I see out there who are doing it. But, you know, there might be 2 jobs for every 15,000 people. Oh, you guys, so I'm just going to let you see this beautiful mural. This is the Irish Art Center. And it is so great because normally they have plays where people who speak in an Irish accent, sometimes they probably speak the Irish language, and it celebrates everything about being Irish, about Irish immigration, about the musical instruments that people use, about the actual type of dancing, the Irish dancing. It's everything to do with being Irish, right? And coming from Virginia, although I'm probably more English Scottish, what I've been told is that the Scottish are in reality like the Irish. Okay, so the top reason I'm out is because of ActionKidTV and his inspiration. The second reason is because in March of 2020, I lost all the ways that I was making money. Let me tell you, I was the absolute gigger of all giggers. I called myself the Gig Economist, which is something that I feel like I shouldn't even say out loud because it's so cool in my opinion, the Gig Economist. The resource girl has many ideas, and she's always coming up with something new every day. That would be me, but let me tell you, the resource girl, yes, I'm jogging, is always coming up with something. Okay, so I called myself the Gig Economist because, I mean, 2 to 3 shifts per day. I was always doing surveys and focus groups, and you can't imagine, like every day I was making sure to either sell something to make money, or to be out there on the street to make money, or to be doing a focus group to make money, or whatever I could do, I was doing it. And then if I wasn't making the money, I was making sure that I help people understand about all of these beautiful ways to make a side hustle your hustle, to make the hustle be all the side hustles all combined. And then on March the 13th at 5:30 p.m. 2020, boom, my regular side hustle that was my main hustle, that collapsed. And then my side hustles, they collapsed, and then my side hustles collapsed, and so on and so on and so on. So my second reason is because I'm out here, because I've known about the digital revolution. I know that that is where it is, and that is where it's at, and that is what is happening. So I want to be a part of that. So first reason, ActionKidTV, total inspiration. Second reason, man, I want to figure out how to make money online. That is the bottom line. I want to be a thriver, not just a survivor. And number 3 is because even though New York hasn't been on an official lockdown, due to the restaurants and Broadway and movies, we're almost at the water. Due to all of these things being closed, the things that you regularly do, I mean, my God, just sitting for 3 hours at a coffee shop and working on your bills is something that for an entire year I haven't been able to do, which is really weird because I had my favorite coffee shops